Hi everybody, I'm Laurie from Laurie's Mechanical Marvels, and welcome to the Monday Club.
It's Monday, it's 7 p.m, and the Bronx are on parade. It's time for the Monday Club, featuring your host, Jennifer Kirk, with the help of the Covered Monkey, and your host, with the Toast Topsy Toaster, and a wizard called Gandalf, featuring the sounds of the Glass 08 Symphony Orchestra, and the musical stylings of Gordon, the music maestro. Let's get ready to loco! Ho, ho, ho! Ooh.
Hello and welcome to WWC Next. We are an award-winning specialist and manufacturer for miniature scenery modelling. We are proud to have produced one of the best-selling ProGrass micro applicators, and we've refined our quality products and systems with both beginners and expert modelers in mind. We supply and manufacture everything you may need, from static glass applicators, static glass tufts, handcrafted MDF and hand-poured resin products, all designed and curated in-house, with you, the modeler, in mind. You can find us at www.cnix.com or in store at Unit 6, Buford Court, Plasmal, Swansea.
A big hello to you. So great to see you, and I hope I find you well. Don't forget, Gronk it up. Gronk it up. Gronk it up.
Not a cult.
Not a cult. So great to see you. To see you, great. It is, of course, Monday, and welcome to you all to the Monday Club, where we're talking all things trains. We have our host with the toast. It's Topsy Toaster, and he's getting very excited because he loves a Monday. We've got Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, J. Paul Anderson, Flyman Channel 1, Delft Junction, Valleys 56XX, Ham Shackleton, Dion Wollaston, Simon Trains, Mother Road Showcase, Hillside Junction, Jerry BVR, Nick Girolamo, Larry Rogers, Peter Leyland, Skipsy Trains. It's so good to see you. Normally you're one of the late ones, but tonight
Monday
you're on
Clubber is never late, Toto Wagons.
Settle down. We've got Warbler Productions, 3B Rail, Michael Rose, Zantec, Delft Junction, Ruben Ashwell, Richard Swiderski, TARDIS in front of the engine shed between two Black Tender locos, says Warbler Productions.
My goodness, you saw that quick.
Oh, and Zantec, yes, he has toast, which, as requested, is embossed with Gronk it up.
I just love that, the way he said that. It makes me feel like he has toast. The message has been received. We ride at dawn.
Yes, David Scott, big hello to you. Ben Tellett, Colin Oldham, Jerry BVR says top of the milk. Andy, Adam, Peter, and all the usual suspects. Hot Dog Pilot Andy says my legs are still complaining about Warley. Mousehole Rail, Bluegrass Rail, Fan the Growler, Blackwood M-Gauge Layout. Skipsy Train says day off tomorrow. Oh, it is good to have a day off, isn't it? Steve Ball, Iron Horse Railway says evening. Evening, pop pickers. Oh yeah, love-tastic. Oh, great. Where was I? D827 Kelly, evening to you. Tim Davis says, hello everyone, I'm sorry I'm late. You're not late, we've just started. Come on, no, settle down. Okay. Jennifer Horton, evening to you as well. Now, what that? I don't want any. Why? What is it doing?
Windows has decided to update while we're on air.
Oh, what?
And added a Bing search bar to the middle of the screen.
Which we never asked for. Is it gone now? Will it never come back?
I've told it to. Bugger off.
Okay.
Jenny, while we're on the subject of, greeting everyone.
Big hello,
do we have any special greetings this week?
Special greetings?
Well, weren't you going to say hello to someone? Weren't you going to say hello to Larry the Locomotive?
Oh, hello, Larry the Locomotive.
Hello, I'm Larry the Locomotive. I can't fit on the camera because I'm a bit big, but I like to be here.
Okay, so you're You're basically Weiryard's answer to a certain other little tank engine.
Don't mention that blue git. He makes us all look good. I'm off now, you're boring. Bye.
Okay, right.
Toot toot.
So, do we have Honky Horace? Good. Oh no, that's a clown. Oh, Honky Horace is part of the clown.
Honky Horace taught the clowns how to honk.
Oh right. So, anyway, Within Model Railway says yes. Windows did that to me as well. It blew me annoying. I know. Yeah, the surprise Windows at her down date at 19:05 every Monday. But look, anyway, right. So
Jenny, before we go any further, do we have a sponsor this week?
yes, people saw the advert. It was really good and everything.
They did.
Like in video form.
Who was the advert for?
It's War World Scenics. Don't forget to check them out for all of your scenery needs, including the innovative layering static grass system, and of course, not forgetting their all-new and improved tree in a box.
Which you still haven't planted anywhere.
I haven't yet, and oh my word, thank you so much to Scanman, who has very kindly donated $9.99 on the Super Chat. Says, greetings from Montana for the cookie jar. So that's our correspondent in Montana country. So I'm running out of hand signals for people. So
wasn't Scanman from Montana a hat?
Oh yes,
you
the
took your hat off to him.
Scanman from Montana, our correspondent on the Chinese balloon situation. Eagle Creek. Well, no, they passed over his house, and he's like, Woolsec Scenics PW, Eagle Creek Railroad as well. Ben too says, where's the beep meep?
Where's Beep the Meep?
Beep the meep.
Doctor Who reference.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Iron Horse Railway says, oh, Jen, I forgot to tell you the lead chap from WWS was asking after you. And I said you passed on your regards and apologies for not being able to make it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just too expensive this year. Absolutely too
expensive.
expensive.
Does seem to have been expensive. But while we're on that situation, what happened to Warley?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
There seemed to have been a lot of announcements, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, we did a big announcement video on Saturday, and of course anybody who was there at the show will have seen an awful lot of bits and pieces. Now, for me, actually, one of the sleeper hits was Oxford Rail with the J26s and the 15-ton Cowan Sheldon crane. Now, these were announced, I think back in 2020, it really has been that long. The J27s were announced at about the same time. The J27s were delivered with the promise that the tooling suite would allow for the slightly similar J26s. Now, the J26 lasted pretty much as long as the J27s, although there are no preserved prototypes. We've been wondering for a long time whether these were cancelled, but Oxford Rail made their big announcement. They showed off a 3D print of the Cowan Sheldon crane. They're going to be adding a match truck to this. Not entirely clear what it's going to look like. On the stand, it was paired up with a Birch Coppice open wagon from the Oxford Rail range that had a 3D printed trestle for the jib in it. And it's not clear whether they're going to be using that base wagon or whether this will be an all-new wagon. But certainly, really, really exciting news. Now, they did have the EPs for the J26. There was 3 different versions with the different details. And they have announced the identities. I believe there's going to be 2 BR Early Crest versions, 1 BR Late Crest version, an LNER version, and also a Northeastern Railway version, which I'm really, really excited by. I do love my pre-grouping. Scanman asks, are cookies known as biscuits in the UK? Well, you see, cookies and biscuits, we have both. And cookies and biscuits are 2 quite different things.
A cookie is a softer type of biscuit, usually quite wide as well.
Yeah, I'm guessing that our cookies and your cookies are very similar. Unless you actually call a wide range of things cookies. Ours are very specific. A cookie is quite specific, but biscuits, we have quite a range of them. They tend to be a lot harder, And there's a lot of different varieties. They might have cream fillings, chocolate coatings.
Oh, you're making me want biscuits now.
Yeah, please.
I'll be back.
So, I think, like, loosely, if you called a biscuit a cookie, as an American, we'd give you a lot of slack.
We'd give you a pass.
We'd know what you meant. But I believe that when Americans talk about biscuits, like biscuits and gravy, I'm sorry, whenever an American says biscuits and gravy, I think of a lovely custard cream and a hobnob with gravy over the top. No. But I believe biscuits are something very, very different. Essentially, right, anyway, to go back to the announcements, Zantek says, cookie! Cookie monster! Ooh, Topsy is very, very excited now. Let's change the angle of the dangle. Let's go, in fact, actually, no, let's, I've got my turntable working. I wonder who will be the first, looking at you, Warbler Productions, who will be the first before I change. There, Will Tucker says, we don't have McDonald's biscuits in the UK unless they're made of what we call scones. I'm not entirely sure what scones are in America because, biscuits are. Eagle Creek Railroad says, this chat is rapid. And that's it. We'll get a chance to see it Sunday. Or is Richard doing a video? Partick Hill Station, big hello to you. Yeah, it just whizzes by, doesn't it? Unfortunately, that's successful YouTube channels. They get a bit big and lots of people start chatting. The chat is super fast and making me dizzy, says Iron Horse Railways. Bluegrass Railfan says, have chicken and biscuits for breakfast a lot of mornings. So what are they? Are they like a type of pancake or something? Or a waffle? And I can hear the Cupboard Monkey is trying to communicate, but it sounds more like the adults from Peanuts. D827 Kelly says, I've heard it said American biscuits are drier than scones. Or are they more like what we'd call dumplings? Sarah Davis says, we do have McDonald's apple pies, which are cooked in the fire of Mordor. They're cooked in the same place that Pop-Tarts are cooked. In fact, Topsy gets excited. He likes the idea of being able to provide dessert as well as the main course. But yeah, it's Pop-Tarts. It's Pop-Tarts. It's like molten lava between two crispy sweet bits of confectionery. Only 4 weeks till Christmas, says Paul Murphy. Oh, stop it. It's like, it comes around too quick. We appear to have some kind of an issue with one of the trains. So you might see, where are we? Let me try and find it. So I'm going to stop it there. And at the moment, one of the things, because TMC have very, very kindly promoted that the stream is on, so I will mention a bargain. That's only a bargain. I think today is the last day. So I'm going to have to retrieve these because for reasons completely unknown, apart from the fact that we went live, these are what TMC have got on 50% off. They're the Bachmann Special Commission MEO coal wagon. So if you ever built the Parkside Dundas kit of the 24.5-ton coal wagon, I believe that these are what they're based on. They were used for a lot of coal flows, even like quite late, to places like Hams Hall Power Station, but they're at 50% off, which is actually, it's a really good deal. I've just bought 2 more packs. I already had 3, because I want to make up a dedicated coal train of these. But that's £19 something for the single wagons and £39 something for the double packs. And these are from TMC, but do hurry because I think that today might be the very last day of the deal. Right, let's get this round and see if we can reattach. Let's reattach these and let's try them a different way round. I don't know why they came undone. Oh yeah, I do. I was recording. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, a lot of interesting stuff on show. So we talked about the J27s. So not the 27s, the 26s. And I'm really interested about the 3 EPs. I think that means that they've got detailed differences to be able to do different versions of the J26. And I'm wondering whether the J24 and 25 could be on Oxford Rail's radar, because the J21, 24, 25, 26 and 27 were all incredibly similar machines. I'm not sure whether the J22 was as well, but certainly I think that we could be looking at quite a comprehensive range of Northeastern Railway locomotives, and I'm really looking forward to it. Hello to you, Dale McCormick. Gandalf left me this. Ooh.
Precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Gandalf left me a recording. He's gone to find some cookies. He got in the mood when cookies were mentioned. Gandalf's like a British version of Cookie Monster in a way. So let's just get these up and running. There we go. Let's change the angle of the dangle. So I think I'm going to need to retrieve the mouse of power. Squeak, squeak. Right, nearly 300 in chat already. Yeah, of course. Don't forget to tickle the like button, share the stream, and subscribe to the channel as well. Ring that bell. You know the drill. That's not a drill. This is a drill. But anyway, Cowan Sheldon Crane 3D print J26, really quite advanced with those EPs as well. Now we also saw at the Daypol stand. Now Daypol announced the Class 323, which is the 3-car electric commuter trains built in the dying days of British Railways, just before privatisation. I've seen a lot of people request these, and I think, you know, their prayers have been answered. And it promises to be something really special. For me, the takeaway from this is something that I've been going on about for a long time, and that's the lights that come on the side of modern second generation and such like DMU and EMUs. They have lights to basically indicate that the doors are unlocked. And I've always said that this is a really easy win for DCC functions to make those working. And that is precisely what Daypol have announced. It's going to have Plux 22, I believe, one decoder for the full train. And the connectors between each of the cars look pretty good. Certainly, hopefully make it easier to connect and disconnect them. Florencio Sud says, anyone know if Yamork 7401 Wi-Fi chip is available in UK dealers' stock? No idea, I'm afraid. James Patz, we do approve. Great to see you. Leslie Gilpin Railways went into Warley with a bit of disappointment until finding the 2 stalls with lots of N scale. Yeah, the N gauge modelers, there was still more news on the Daypol stand with the Class 59 and I think it was, what was the other one? The Battle of Britain and West Country class in unrebuilt SpanCam form. There was some update on those. Also an update for double O gauge modelers on the 51XX and 61XX with large prairies. There's a new batch of those coming through. They've confirmed deliveries on those. Plus, we're going to be seeing a new batch of the Class 43XX 260 Moguls and a new batch of the Manners, which I think are due Q2 2024. Now, this will be interesting because we had the Daypol Manners quite some time ago now. I think that Accurascale and Daypol actually announced at pretty much the same time for the Manners, and we thought, oh, a duel, how delightful. But as it happened, Daypol got theirs out probably a clear year in advance. I must admit that I think it's actually helped the sales. Because the danger is if 2 models come out at exactly the same time, then they kind of, you end up with both companies getting hurt in the process because it divides sales. But because the Daypole Manors had sold through, and there was still pent-up demand, which is sort of built a bit. You can't get a Daypole Manor for love nor money. I mean, they might turn up second-hand, but pretty much they're all sold out. So when the Acura Scale Manor rocked up, they've done really well. They sold through ever so quickly, and I think that means that, they say, competition might not be a good thing in something as small as the market for model railway stuff, but actually, I think that the Acura Scale and the Daypole Manors, with their first batches, have done quite well. Now, Q2 next year. Now, I don't know when the next batch of Acura Scale Manors is going to be coming through. We might end up with a head-to-head, which will be quite interesting. But Daypole have announced the next batch of Manors. 156 Andrew says, they're sorry they're late. Well, Gandalf has left us this.
Copper is never late, Toto Watkins, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase says, when I went to Warley on Saturday, went to the first trade stand, Connoisseur Wren, and they had some mainline railway coaches and found the Mark 1B, our southern coach, I was after for £10. Win-win. So you got the one you've been looking for, presumably for quite a while, and you got it at a great price. That is always a great thing. We also had announcements. Well, the week before we got an announcement on the Friday from Ellis Clark Trains, the War Department 210. Now, this is a model that has been mid to high polling in wish lists for quite a few years. It's not something that that has been on my personal radar. I would say I'm not a fan. Just not interested enough to really have been that bothered. But it looks to be an amazing model. The War Department 210. I'd always assumed it would be very similar, like a stretched version of the 280, but they actually do look quite different. For me, I think the standout is around the firebox. Seems to be the bit that's somewhat different on them. But yeah, the Ellis Clark Trains one looks amazing. They've got CADs done. Now, we did have an initial worry about the swing on the front bogie.
But they were very nice to send a message, weren't they? Yeah,
we got a message from Ellis Clark Trains saying that actually that it will take radius 2 curves. They've done a lot of work, and I'm really interested to see it actually, because they've done a lot of work to be able to have that bogie swing and at the same time still retain a lot of the detail, like the front steps. Really interested by that. Now, what are these?
This is so we can mark this.
Digestive white chocolate digestive. Never seen them before. What are you having?
So, this is so we can mark this as educational.
Oh, does that mean it's tax deductible?
I don't know about that. But what I'm saying is that here's the difference between biscuits and cookies from a British perspective.
Yes. So, this, I know the white chocolate, I love white chocolate, but there we are. This is a biscuit, you see how thin it is, and they are quite hard, so, oops.
It is possible to break them, and they will crumble in pieces.
And they're crunchy when you eat them.
Yeah, crunchy. This is a cookie from the UK's perspective. Quite thick, quite large, quite fluffy and light.
And tend to have more lumps in.
Yeah, they do bend. They also do break, but you can see it's very fluffy inside compared to the rather...
They tend to be chewy.
Yeah. This is very hard inside. It's very compact. This has got a lot more air in it. So there's the educational part of this tonight.
Yep, so it's tax deductible. Right. Dongit's Mother Railway says white chocolate digestive sounds awesome, but also something I can't eat. I'm so sorry to hear. So, right.
Tim Krinsky says, is the KR models version the same? The Ellis Clark and the KR pictures show different fireboxes. That's an interesting point.
Right, what you have to remember, Ellis Clark Trains are tooling up to be able to do, it's either 8 or 10 different variants. So, it depends. Have you, there may be a CAD there somewhere that is the same design. But yeah, there were some detail variants. They were made by a number of different locomotive builders, and essentially,
What's that buzzing?
oh, there's that bit. It's been pushed downhill by the very, very long train behind it. So that's the transmission makes that weird noise on the overrun. So essentially, I believe that Ellis Clark trains and KR models, they're the same prototype, but completely independently made models. Somebody asked me, like, oh, is one commissioning from the other? No. Ellis Clark trains are making theirs entirely themselves from scratch, and so are KR models. So the KR models also launched theirs. What I can say about that, I know some people, very naive, were saying, oh, you're just copying. And it's like, I've been working on it for 18 months.
Yeah, we filmed that in March. There's no way that they're copying.
Can I have a cookie so I can...
Of course, yeah.
I need to make a comparison.
There's no way that either's copying off anyone. Ellis aren't copying off KR, KR aren't copying off Ellis.
Each of them didn't know.
They didn't know until Ellis announced that either one was doing it. And then Keith got on the phone to Ellis and said, how far along are you guys? Because we're working on this too. So, yeah, they didn't know. They certainly aren't copying.
I believe that.
And anyone who's saying that really is demonstrating that they're completely out the loop.
I think they're both at the point of tooling. So they are both quite advanced.
But at the same time, they're both catering for different parts of the hobby. Ellis Clark have really gone for high end because how much brass is on that thing?
It's all like brass and metal construction. So we had the Ellis Clark trains one announced the week before. We've had a few alterations actually to the can since. So I think the tooling is still in progress because it allows them to do this. So
yeah.
Some of the upgrades, we've had the clarification on the front bogey, which is good. And also, they've upgraded the DCC socket. It was built originally as 8-pin. A lot of people queried this because 8-pin is considered quite archaic. So they've now updated it to next 18. They've done a bit of reworking.
Which means they can do all kinds with it now.
It kind of future-proofs it. And it also means that sound fitting is a lot easier. One of the other things I think they've clarified as well is that the Ellis Clark Trains one comes with a pre-fitted speaker. So even if you don't get a sound-fitted one from them, you can sound-fit it without risking all the detail by dismantling it. So basically the speaker's already in there and wired up. And Next 18 allows you to do that. All right. Zantec says, talking about metal construction, Farish Class 90 could do with more weight or traction tires. I think this is one of the problems with N-Gauge. I've just been DCC fitting some Graham Farish Class 08, and they do pack a lot of weight into a small space, but it's still difficult, you know, when you've only got so much space in a loco. Space is at a premium. The smaller it is, the less that there is. What are you looking at?
Someone asked if it was a Deltic on the outer track, and I was just checking the code on it.
It is.
So yes, it is a Deltic.
It's 55011. It is my Acura Scale Rail Blue Deltic. I have two Acura Scale Deltics, but that's the sound fitted one. So whenever you hear this, I say, oh. Whenever you hear this, that is coming from the Acura Scale Deltic. So, if you want to... Oh, let me hand that to you. There you are.
Yay, I have power! I have control over the buttons and the pressings.
So, yes, Mike Lane TT120. Yes, it is.
Okay, I have to say one thing.
What?
And it's ridiculous.
What?
Castle Hill Light Railway says, crumbs, I've missed the biscuit review.
Topsy, you.
Is Topsy okay?
Yeah, he nearly spilt my coke.
Oh no. Simon Trainsboard Railway says, I met a YouTuber at Warley with a very cool, epic name. Dawn Quest. She runs the channel Model Railway Quest.
It's a new channel. It's weird because last year she was doing like self-help and new agey stuff.
Quest is quite an epic surname. I like it. That is a cool name, yeah.
So, Delft Junction says thumbs up, thumped. Thumbs up, thumped. So don't forget, if you want to click manically at the like button, do feel free to do so, but make sure it's an odd number of times, because then it counts. James Pett says every hour is a pun hour on the Monday Club.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Right, Monday Club Wagon. Somebody asked for an update on that. I don't have one. So, that was easy.
It's pretty much, if you want to get in soon, because they are selling. I know that.
When I last heard, which admittedly was a good few weeks ago, they were 2/3 sold out. I don't know where they're up to now. I haven't had an update, but assume that they are doing really well.
So another mention from Ben Tullett says, there's another issue with Engage. You need to keep the track clean, especially after long running. Yes, I can imagine. Because with the smaller scale, the effects of any dirt or grime or just general wear and tear on the layout is going to severely impact electrical conductivity, because you've got a smaller amount of space for it to conduct in.
Potentially, yeah. Right, Nick Garolimo says, I think I've still got a lot of locos that have 8-pin sockets in them. Haven't bought decoders for a while, presumably 8-pin decoders still readily available. Absolutely, really super easy to get. What you will find is that older designed models, when they have a new production run, they generally don't get updated, so there's still new models coming through certainly from Hornby, but also I think there might even still be some Bachmann ones which are still fitted with an 8-pin socket, although Bachmann were working to update their locomotives to have 21-pin or Next 18 interfaces. That has happened to a lot of them, so for example, the War Department locomotive has been upgraded to 21-pin, and that's their 280, not to be confused with the WD 210. And also their Jubilee as well. A lot of their diesels have. So it is being done, the general upgrade. A lot of the Hornby Railroad and Railroad Plus models are actually 8-pin, but Hornby is also starting the process of upgrading to 21-pin interfaces.
If you run a WD-4O on Engage track, will it clean it for you?
No, you shouldn't use WD-40 because it leaves behind a film.
When you just mentioned the WD for the War Department thing, if you have a WD-4O, it should be a track cleaner. Speaking of Engage, is that my little Iver Gronk up there?
Yes.
I like it.
So, D827 Kelly says, well, that is disconcerting.
Yes.
D827 Kelly says, stay alive is a good idea for Narrowgauge too. Yeah, he keeps making that, you know with your ears attuned to the sound that the model makes as it bumps along the rails.
Speaking of other things, pull my finger.
What? Oh! It's like the ghost of Iron Horse is in the room. But no, stay alive. I've seen some people say, oh, you don't need stay alives if you lay your track properly. And it's like, it doesn't matter how careful you are laying your track seriously. No, there are some locomotives that just obviously benefit from a stay alive. And it's not necessarily just about bad track. Stay alives are also useful for short wheelbase light locomotives, which sometimes, for whatever reason, can lose contact with the track. Yeah. And somehow it's sat there, it's like gravity is pulling you down. It's like, I can't be only touching both sides.
Gravity can kiss my wheels.
Yeah, and there are places on your layout where there will be like Insulfrog points are a bit of a killer. So it has to be said that stay alives can be very useful. I don't think every locomotive needs one.
No.
I don't generally fit them in the larger locos. The Class 03 shunter that you'll see chugging around with its shunter's match truck and some fuel tanker wagons and such like, That
It should be coming into view any second now.
yeah, that doesn't have a Stay Alive in it. And once it's up and running and it's kind of shined up the wheels and the pickups, it seems all right. But I've got another Class 03 that's got a very large Stay Alive in, and that is just like a monster. And you can pick it up and it'll run for about 6 seconds without even being on the track. Zantek says, especially if you have short wheelbase locos on Insel Frog Points, absolutely.
Dawn Quest is a producer and journalist, says Stealth Junction.
Yeah, they had a YouTube channel last year that was all like new age and self-help videos and stuff. So
people change.
I don't know where they came from.
People change. You've got to remember the Game Hammer channel started out as a news review?
Yeah. No, they just started a completely new channel.
We've done that.
Yeah, sorry. Get the trombone out. 1968 Concorde says the Bee Gees swear by Stay Alives. Right, okay. Instead of grandstanding with your invisible trombone. Right, Need for Tech Video says stop it.
Okay.
Need for Tech Video says good evening to all. New layout, Lambton Lane. Good evening to you. Haven't seen you posting before.
Welcome.
Great to see you. And there's an implication of a degree of lateness. Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wagons, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Does anyone produce Stay Alive for normal DC running?
Right,
says David Scott.
The problem with a Stay Alive for DC running is, I guess they'd be very, very bulky and difficult electronically to be able to charge and be used in both directions. Because your electrolytic capacitors are handed, so to speak, so they have a positive and a negative. And if you get them the wrong way round, they explode eventually. And they don't like it up them. Oh, they don't like it up them. So you'd need some kind of very complex circuitry to be able to make a Stay Alive work on DC. Or you'd have it so it would only work in one direction. But it's not practical. The reason it works on DCC is because that's AC current. So it's very, very easy to have on your bridge rectifier 2 electrolytic capacitors and diodes such that one's always charging when the other isn't and vice versa, that kind of thing.
So, I have another question, Jen. We had a report from a roving reporter at the event.
We did, and we're going to maliciously eat cookies down the phone line.
Is it possible to contact the Iron Horse?
Yes, it is after the time he said for which he would become available. Now, Iron Horse Railways was our man on the floor at Warley.
Yes. So I am just vamping a little bit while I get this up now. Hey! And all of that. You'd have thought my phone would be quick, but it's not.
Jennifer Horton says, is it possible to operate a shunting layout with a Stay Alive locomotive? Suspect it's tricky.
Hello there!
It would actually be easier. Oh, you might want to turn him up a bit.
I thought I had. Give me 1 second.
So, hold on, Iron Horse. We just
Hello there.
We've got Billy's replacement speakers going on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Are you receiving me at the rear?
Yes, those at the back, just wave if you can hear Iron Horse. Oh, hold on. Oh, excuse me. But you were our man on the floor. You were there all weekend at the DCC concept stand, and so what did you think overall of the show?
From what I could see of the show, which was not all of it, because I was chained to the stand selling things for concepts. They did let me off the leash a couple of times though,
Hey.
so I could go for a wee.
Yeah.
And what I saw on the way to and from the top was actually very impressive. There was one called Copenhagen Fields.
Yeah, that's the N-gauge from the...
Yeah, it was just an absolute spectacle, really. It was it's the first time I've seen it, and it was unbelievable.
Because that's always at Ali Pali, actually. It's the Model Rail Club in London, and that's their layout. It's also featured in the past on a number of different TV programs, including Blue Peter, back in the early 90s, I think.
No, I didn't know it was that old, but yeah, it's a lovely model. It really, just as a model in general. John James C was there with Byway
our
MPD,
Guru of Sound.
which, yeah, absolutely, and it just goes to show that even with only 4'5" of space to play with in Double O, actually you can get a lot in there scenically, operationally, and it just looks fantastic. He makes the most of the space available for it. And it even shifts from daytime to sunset to nighttime. And when it hits the nighttime mode, if you will, all the firebots flicker, which he's put in himself, comes alive, and it's superb. Really is something to behold.
Well,
Now, of course, he's got his sound-fitted Ruston as well. So that's the tiniest locomotive known to man.
But he puts stay alives and everything in these. It's like, as we always say, if he can't fit sound and a stay alive to it, it is not possible to do it.
It was quite funny actually, because on the what locomotive, it was it steam engine? There was a little steam engine, and the speaker body formed part of the smoke box. It was he's literally used everything he can.
He is very ingenious, is our John James C. Our Guru of Sound.
John, he knows things. He's like the Dakota Whisperer in a way.
Yeah, he is the Sound Whisperer.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he is the Sound Whisperer, the Whisperer of Sounds.
So Castle Hill Light Railway says yes, he was constantly chatting away, including to me. I think he's talking about you, and I think as well further. Ben Tullett says Craig was very busy. So did you sell out all the stuff that DCC Concepts brought?
We were doing that on the Friday, and then I arrived when it was half done because of the trains and what have you. But it wasn't that bad, really. It was pretty straightforward. I've got cramp in my leg. Oh, that's great. Ow.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear. I would offer you a biscuit to help, but
You're not shoving the biscuit in the microphone again. I've told you.
Yeah, well, Gandalf made that mistake. March West Junction TMD says Sunday was the best day to see the layout. So, was it, in terms of how busy it was, did you get a sense of whether it was busier than last year, the same, or less busy?
Well, of course, last year when it was me and you and Zeb, no, sorry, it wasn't that. It was just you.
No, it was just me and you. We got a weekend off for good behaviour. and because we didn't have Zoe's oversight, I spent about 1,500 quid.
What?
Oops. Run, Craig, run, she's on to us.
That's it. I am buying something for myself now that I know this.
You did buy something for yourself. You bought Michigan Report from Hell.
That is true. I
did. So, I'm just looking to see if there's any. There's a lot of people talking about Copenhagen Fields, 2mm fine scale, which is like, I mean, talk about. That is the hair shirt, isn't it, of modelling, 2mm fine scale.
Really is.
But they've put a lot of work into that.
So, Craig, while you were there, was there anything special that really stood out that you saw? Aside from that,
in terms of layouts or things, or
just anything in general, because it's always interesting to me to see what people think. It was the most comes to mind.
To be honest with you, and this is probably going to sound quite minor to a lot of people, but I was incredibly impressed with the quality of the 3D prints that Molyneux had made for Rapido.
Right.
For prototypes. As someone that grew up with things like Lemur and Hornby, seeing something that's 3D printed, that level of detail, to me, there is absolutely no reason why you couldn't just take that body, pop it on a chassis and paint it, and that be an absolutely acceptable model.
I know
It
exactly.
was fantastic.
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean, because when we were at Ellis Clark Trains, he showed us the O-gauge Shark brake fan. And it was absolutely incredible detail. It looked amazing. And I actually didn't realise it was a 3D print. I thought it was like a first EP until he told me that it was actually 3D printed.
Wow.
And Model U actually had a new scanning system there. So rather than having to strike a pose and hold it for about 4 or 5 minutes, it was almost like a photo booth. You just sort of sat there, didn't you? And it scanned you.
That's right, yeah. It was very much like... you put me in mind of the transporter room from Star Trek. It was very, very cool.
Well, at least it wasn't the transporter from The Fly.
Oh, well, yeah, that would have been terrible.
So D827 Kelly says South Pelor. You're from the northeast, is that South Pelor?
Where am I looking?
Hello.
D827 Kelly.
South Pilar.
Peeler. It's not Rice. So they won best layout. New Haven Harbour won best signalled layout. Did you get to see either of those?
I didn't, I'm afraid, no. I'm ashamed to say that I didn't get to see many layouts.
Well, that's to be honest with you, that's
because I was just so busy.
Yeah, that's the thing about. And if any time you're on a booth, you're there working essentially, so it does reduce the amount of time. But my main question:
it's not like I was there. So go on.
Did you enjoy it?
Of course I did.
That's
You'd
the
have
main
to be
thing.
mad not to enjoy it.
That's the main thing.
And that's
It was
interesting.
nice just to be able to speak to everybody. That's always nice to see.
Yeah.
Ben Tullett says Moore's View, which was behind the layout that they were running, was stunning to see. It was set in the winter with snow.
Wow.
Yes, I saw that one. That was the only one there that I could remember seeing with snow, and I do remember thinking that looked very striking, and I didn't have the time to go and see it, and I wished I did.
Yeah. There's always something that you end up having to miss.
JMC, Guru of Sound, he's changed his name, so it's JMC.
This upsets me. I get confused.
Yeah, he says he's not late. I think that...
A Monday Clipper is never late, Toto Wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. March West Junction TMD said Bachman had the MCC store that had bargains well over 50% off. And talking
There was
of
a lot of
bargains...
bargains there, has to be said. I managed to pick up quite a few things. I mean, I wasn't really after locomotives. I promised myself that I wouldn't buy another locomotive that I wouldn't run.
Did you?
So I just bought locos, and so I bought rolling stock to bulk out the things on the railway. And I must admit, I managed to find one of the, the Hornby generic 6-wheel coaches.
Yes.
That have been released fairly recently. And they were a nice little thing just to have. And I found one of those, the light-up version, brand new, for less than you would pay for the non-light-up version.
Wow.
So there was still definitely good bargains found. Because I did wonder about that as well, whether being at a show like Warley would mean there was almost like a Warley premium on prices. So you saw no evidence of that.
Don't get me wrong. There was, and of course, there's no names, so no pastoral. But there were some stalls there that were a little bit gougy. There were some stalls there that had prices which were just inexplicably higher than anyone else.
Yeah.
But there was also a lot of stalls which were like, wow, you just don't want to make any money, do you? You're just happy to give things away, and I will happily take them from you. That's absolutely fine.
Clark Railworks is always a good bet at shows.
Yes.
Because the stuff's priced to sell. It's really
It is
great.
indeed. I mean, Ellis had a couple of things on the stand there. I spoke to him myself, and there was a couple of wagons on there, and they were already so cheap. You just no need to say, is this your best price? Because it quite clearly was. 12 quid for a brand new Bachman 12-ton van, for the Shocker Zorban van, is just a silly price.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a 25 quid wagon all day long.
Yeah.
12 quid. Brand new.
I've had loads of great deals from Clark Railworks, and certainly their website is really, really great. But when you see them at shows, they tend to take a lot more rolling stock, which doesn't get listed on the website. So seeing them at shows is the only way to get a good rummage at that.
I always love it when I go there. Because all of those
yeah.
intercities I got, all from Ellis Clark.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
and quite often he has a lot of stuff which you can't find for love nor money, and he'll just have it there, mint condition, at a really reasonable price. Another one, I don't know whether they were there, but they've certainly been there in previous years. Anoraks Anonymous. I don't know whether
If they were, I didn't see them.
But yeah, no. Look, are you shattered though? Because I mean, obviously you were helping run a stall all weekend. That can be a thankless task.
Yeah, I mean, just before we get on to that, I will say that Hereford Model Centre were there.
Yeah.
Those people did get a visit, and of course, Sawyer Models were there as well. They did get a visit at some very good prices.
When you bought something from Hereford Model Centre, did you hear the ghostly cry of Mark Wilson going, "No, my bargains"?
No, because it was a Metcalf kit, and you know, it's remarkable the amount of people that and you know the layout I'm talking about here, Jenny. It's the long, I think it's the 15-footer where they have all the ABC shuttling going on. The amount of people that were absolutely stunned and impressed at the quality of the fact that it was just a Metcalf embankment kit.
Wow.
You know, it was just that. It says, yeah, it looks fantastic. They've just cut it down at various heights to build it up, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So Metcalf models, for card kits, they actually do the job very, very well. Apparently,
I'm just looking in the chat, Anoraks Anonymous were there. John JMC, our Guru of Sound, he's changed his name back to John JMC, the Guru of Sound. So they were right there in the far corner, opposite DCC Concepts, and Colin Oldham.
That's how busy I was. That's how busy I was. I just didn't notice.
And Colin Oldham says Anoraks were rocking all weekend. Castle Hill Light Railway said another bag full from Anoraks as well. And Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says Anoraks was 3 deep on Saturday.
Oh my goodness.
That's probably why I couldn't see it then. There was a crowd in front of me.
And Ruben Ashwell says, look, when I walked past Hereford Model Centre, all I could hear was, "Oh no, my bargains!"
Yeah, that's right. It was echoing around the hall.
Yeah, I always say, I mean, the website for Hereford Model Centre is always worth a look. Although you guys have stripped all the bargains out
what
of
do you
the place.
expect? You keep telling people.
Well, no, it's like, I don't like people who like, no, they're all for me.
I know, but you've got to remember the Kirk effect.
Yeah,
you mentioned something, it's gone.
Can I just say, I'm not stupid. I bought what I wanted first before I told anybody. But talking of bargains, at the moment, I did mention them earlier on. If you see the MEO coal wagons going round, they're the big, chunky, clean ones in the otherwise rake of... let me just see if I can get them up. They're on the end... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. But
no, we're going to see them in a second.
So I've disappeared off the script. There you are, those three on the end with the yellow triangles. Those are at 50% off from TMC. I believe the sale ends today, so they will literally double in price at the end of today. I actually, the deal was so good because they started it at the show. I sent you to TMC to get me some.
Did, yes.
So
you pried me away from the stand.
Yeah, so I've got 4 more of those coming, but they are at half price. Which
You've got 6 of them, not 4 of them.
I've what?
You've got 6 of them, not
Have
4
I?
of them.
How many did you buy?
There was 2 packs of 3.
No, they're packs of 2.
No, well, you've got 2 packs of 3 here, and they were the exact same colour that you sent me.
Packs of 3? I didn't realise there was 3 in the box. I thought it was just 2.
Wow.
Hang on, hold the line, Colin.
I'm sure that they're 2. You've got me worried now. You've bought the wrong thing.
No, let me see. Okay. Oh, no, sorry, I do apologise. They are packs of 2. I was Mandela-ing them. Never mind.
This happens.
I was Mandela affecting them. There's 2. Calm down, Caller. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Okay. David Scott says TMC have run out of track cleaner brake vents. This is. I find this incredible. The Kirk effect. That I've basically sold all of these out from TMC. I know how many they had, so it's actually a true marvel that Bachman spent probably about nearly 2 years trying to shift these with no effect. TMC got all the unsold stock And I did a video, and we shifted the entire lot in 10. Well, I think they were sold out after 9 days.
My goodness.
So
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
had a very
holding
good
here now
conversation.
is like people can't get them for love nor money.
Yeah, I had a nice conversation with Alex when I was buying your
Oh,
wares for you.
He's a great chap, is Alex Yates at TMC. Very passionate about the hobby, and of course they do the custom weathering with the custom
that's right.
graffiti as well. And that graffiti, I look at it, and it is a work of art. You're not
It
buying.
is incredibly impressive.
You're buying a work of art that just happens to be sprayed on the side of a model railway
It's
wagon.
very, very good. And it was, I mean, people are saying, well, they are quite costly. Well, yes, they are, and you're not going to go and necessarily buy a rake of 12 of them. But what you might do is perhaps buy 1 or 2 of them to go in the rake of the wagons, and then maybe perhaps weather the other ones yourself. So every now and again, the special one rolls past.
And also, and talking about sales and stuff, I've actually got a video coming out on Wednesday. The reason I'm butting into the conversation and saying this is, Hot Dog Pilot Andy says the Backy BEPs, these are the Class 410s, are on sale at £275. This is from TMC, and this is it's like about half RRP. And I've just done a video on them that's going out on Wednesday, but also the Class 411s. Now, Bachmann just announced a new batch of these, and the RRP is pushing for about 500 quid, 400, 500 quid.
That seems about right.
And TMC is selling, they're brand new, they're just the previous version, so a different running number, but same model, at £199. So if anybody is after fourth rail electrics, they need to go and have a look now, because I don't think they're going to come back at that sort of price.
And it just goes to show that if you've got manufacturers bringing things to market at these prices, when the shows come round, the retailers are knocking them out at half price.
Yeah, and it's I think it's the problem is that I guess that there's people's incomes are getting squeezed, but prices are going up, and something has to give. But anyway, I'm being given the hurry up from the Monkey of Madness.
What I'm just saying is, it's we've had him on the line for almost 20 minutes now.
Oh God, it goes quick, doesn't it?
And he's been at the show all weekend.
And apparently Gandalf is missing people right, left, and centre.
I'm absolutely fine. It's okay.
So, Craig, I've got one question for you. Out of all the announcements,
only on weekends.
Sorry?
Yes, but only on weekends.
Out of all the announcements that have come out from the weekend, what are you looking forward to the most?
Honestly?
Yeah.
I am quite taken with the... And I know it wasn't quite at the weekend, but the Rapido announcements were fantastic. Having seen the 3D printed stuff, they were just beautiful, and I am absolutely confident that when they do come to market, the little port bar twins are going to be phenomenal. And also, it has to be said, the WDs from KR Models. From the look of it, yes, okay, we don't actually know what's coming yet, but the pricing point is, for me, it's a lot more accessible than the Ellis Clark ones, and I'm sure Ellis Clark have got their customers in mind. They are, of course, used to the upmarket O-gauge stuff. That's fine. So they will have their customers, and the people that have got perhaps a more stringent budget might perhaps consider looking elsewhere.
Yeah. And I think that's why they're not directly competing with each other. They're going for different ends of the market. It's like comparing a Hornby Railroad Plus model to, say, an Acura scale model of the Class 37.
Yeah.
Nobody looked at the Acura scale model and went, "Oh, look, I'll get the Hornby one instead."
Yeah, they're going for different
markets.
Yeah, they're not. The market's big enough to support both, I think.
Yeah.
And this is the thing with the whole tooling argument as well, just briefly, is if a model is accepted as being a really good model for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, the second the manufacturer announces a new tooling, it doesn't make the old tooling bad.
No, it doesn't.
It just moves the bar a little bit for new things coming to market. It doesn't automatically make the ones you have a bad model.
Yeah, I've seen this. It's not just in model railway circles as well. You find it in everywhere, like Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, 6th edition's coming out. Well, I've got 5th edition now. It's all worthless. No, it isn't. You can still use it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Warhammer was terrible for that. It's like,
Warhammer is terrible for that, yeah.
We've changed all the rules, so you'll have to get all new miniatures at an extortionate price.
Or I could just play with my friends with the stuff we've already got.
Yeah. No, because you'd
Oh,
always
no,
have
you
a
don't want to do that.
you'd always have a fanboy amongst your friends who would insist, like, no, we need to upgrade.
So, no, we don't.
No,
Right.
absolutely
Look, anyway,
not.
we're gonna let you get on.
Thank you so much for joining us, Greg.
My pleasure, ladies. I'll speak to you soon, okay?
Yep, see you
You
soon.
take
Have a
care.
great day.
Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye-bye.
And don't forget, everybody, that was Iron Horse Railways. Do check out his YouTube channel. And don't forget as well to tickle the like button here if you've not already done so. Subscribe to the channel and you'll be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up. And especially if you ring the notification bell. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says an 03 Fest. Yes, all with Shunter's match trucks to match up with the one that's doing the rest. I hadn't run a shunter for ages, and I just really fancied running a Class 03. So it's somewhere over there behind it. I just love the way they chug along, and it's got a little train in tow. And I thought that as they were quite indicative of like Gateshead up to Berwick, Hull, Hull Paragon.
Thank you
places like
so
that.
much for saying Berwick and not Berwick, as I've seen on the internet far too many times.
Because I know how to pronounce stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, like Berwick and Pontyland, and there we are. So there's another one because the people go, oh, Pontyland, and it's like, no, it's Pontyland.
Yeah, and Jarrah.
Yeah, and also
It's spelled Jarrow, but everyone calls it Jarrah. Because OW in a northeastern accent is an at sound.
What about Hoik?
Hoik?
Well, everybody who doesn't know looks at it and goes, oh, it's Howick, but it's Hoik.
Yeah.
If anybody's like, there's a light bulb gone on over some people's head. They go, Hoik is Howick. Ah, it's like that moment when I found out that Towcester and Toaster were the same place.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, Topsy's a
Topsy's
bit...
from Towcester, isn't he?
No, from Toaster. It's called Toaster.
I was seeing if he could react.
No.
He's twirling his Browning knob at me.
Anthony Mizzen says the RM web chat for the WD got a bit out of hand. Yes.
Oh
it did.
my goodness.
Right, I don't know a lot about the WD. I found out what we were going to film on the way there. And when I got there, Mike was incredibly jet-lagged. And I asked him, I said, so did it get BR livery? And he went, oh no, they didn't run under BR. And he's like, you know, he's been awake for 36 hours straight. So he's like...
So it's easy to forget.
So he's like, listen to the colours, man.
Yeah.
And so he made a mistake. It's not replicated in the research, but in good faith, it's like, Mike says that. So we even did a chat about it, and it's like you can see that it was like.
Yeah.
Oh,
And here's the thing: to the people that decided to not only harass Jen and KR Models both on that thread, but then when that thread was closed, jumped to
they tried
Ellis
to hijack
Clark's.
the Ellis Clark, and it's like, that's just not on. It's like, leave Ellis Clark out of
leave
this.
Ellis alone. And then once that was stopped, they jumped onto your YouTube channel and started harassing you there. To those people, I'm going to say one thing: go outside, take a deep breath, and reassess what you think priorities are, because you are not doing any good in the world. And you could be. You could put all that energy into something positive. And I hope that you do, because I want the best for you.
Right, anyway, big hello to Timber Surf. I did see you in before. You're not late. But I didn't get a chance to name check. Charlie Chimp says, hey, Jen and Zoe, what are you asking Santa for Grimbles? I don't know.
Well,
I'm middle-aged. I just buy
I
stuff
know
as
for
I
a
see
fact
it
that-
throughout the year. I don't really save up things I want for Christmas.
I do have something on this list that Santa has left for me, saying that you are looking for a certain type of Gronk. And I'm not saying this because please, we've had this before, where Jen and I have conversations off
and
offline.
then it just turns up, and it's like,
we're not. I'm not saying this, and she's not saying this in the hope that anyone will send it. What I'm saying is, I know that I am looking out for a certain thing for Jen, and it's the Bachmann BR Blue Gronk 32-102's its reference number. It's 08623. And I am looking for it, and if you find one, please email me the link, because I'm looking to get it for her as a present. I'm not asking you to get it. Please understand this. I'm not asking for you. I'm trying to get it myself to give to Jen. And one of these days, I will get it.
But we've also got John JMC, Guru of Sound. So I didn't see you, Jenny. I wasn't at Warley. But Bachmann Kinesis, let's talk about that.
Also, Craig's dared me to say something. He got cramp almost immediately after answering the phone. So which I said, well, that's the Kirk effect. And he says, say that out loud. I dare you.
What, getting cramp is the Kirk effect?
Yes. Getting cramp while talking to Jenny is the Kirk effect.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Bachmann Kinesis.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Bachmann Kinesis. Let's talk a bit about that. There's actually Gauge Master Infinity is another system, which I don't know whether they actually launched that at Warley, but it seems to have turned up. And these are all new DCC control systems. Now, Bachmann actually replaced their members area with the Kinesis Theatre to show this off. Big hello to Mark Towers. Great to see you. So, did you get to any? No, I did not get there. James Pett, read that one out. Wolf Scenics, PW, a red-nosed Gronk. Aaron Vills' question, I'm going to use Hornby HM7000 Bluetooth DCC chips in my locos, powering the track with the Hornby 15-volt 4-amp power supply DCC accessory. Is it still okay to use the Hornby Stay Alive? Right, if that's the proper power supply that Hornby recommend for powering and using it on Bluetooth, then yes, absolutely fine to use the plug-in Stay Alive. They will work absolutely fine. John JMC, our guru of sound, has the Gauge Master one. Looks very nice. This is the Gauge Master Infinity. Now, Gauge Master have a long track record of making quality controllers on DC. Their Series E, Model D, Model Q, all of these are incredibly good controllers. Whenever somebody says to me, what DC controller do you recommend? I will always, without hesitation, recommend Gauge Master. They come with a lifetime warranty, so you know you're getting a quality product. Now, I haven't had as much joy with the Prodigy Express that I have. The plastic went brittle. Now, in terms of functionality, it works perfectly. Still, up until I had to send it back for a repair, it's really easy to use, well laid out. The only thing that I would criticise with it was the plastic goes brittle and just starts to kind of just like crumble away, which is unfortunate. But the Gauge Master Infinity looks like it's taking a lot of its design cues from the DC range of controllers, and certainly I'm really quite interested to see what is it bringing to the party. Now, Bachmann Kinesis, the specs I've seen, it's about £1,000 RRP is what I'm being quoted. Was like, no, I'm alright, thank you. £1,000. So we're up in the realms of like something like the Bachmann Powerhouse Pro, or a Z21, something like that. I think actually that even Z20 would be more expensive.
B2000.
Hold on. D827 Kelly says Gauge Master announced theirs on the Friday, right?
Nice.
So I did wonder. And Iron Horse Railway says Kinesis looks a bit like the old 90s Nokia phone and a Bush Dab radio. B2000 Arrow Toys channel, big hello to you. It says, hi Jenny and Zoe, soon I'm going to be setting up a Christmas village using second-hand models. I'll be able to kit bash a Polar Express train together and dress Thomas up for Christmas.
I need to see the Kit Bash Polar Express. That would be so good.
Absolutely, and there's some great things you can do with like winter Santa-themed layouts. We did a diorama build, Les and I, for Hornby, but you can also build like a nice little thing around the base of your Christmas tree, which is a good thing. But yeah, Simon Trains Muller was showcased. That's the price I was told. It is an RRP, so obviously you'll get it discounted from that. Yeah, Shedmouth Junction. Oh, so I don't know why somebody was telling me it was $1,000, because Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath says Backman quoted 399 at Warley. Somebody can see you, David.
Yeah, I've just had a message on my Facebook Messenger. David J is trying to take part, but isn't getting seen. I haven't seen the name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to
scroll up a bit. When did they last post?
Don't know.
David.
Oh, there he is.
David J. Yeah, I can see. David J says nope. Flywitch M1 seems it shows only when I comment to you. Very strange.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's there again talking to Flywitch M1. I am not seeing him. Yeah, I'm not seeing him before that. Okay, I'm going to check on what's going on there.
I don't know what's going on with there. Yes, we can see when you're talking to Flymer Chairman 1, but Peter Jackson Chili.
That is weird. I'm going to check on the.
So I'm being corrected on price. Apparently, the top line price was $750. That I was quoted $1,000. My man on the floor told me £1,000. I wasn't actually there, so that sounds a lot more reasonable. It's a 2-amp system though, and I'm looking straight over now. I've got a DCC Concepts alpha meter, and it tells me that at this moment the power fluctuation on the entirety of Weir Yard is between 2.3 and 2.5 amps, which means I'd need a booster with that to be able to run the layout, and it does seem a missed opportunity for it to not incorporate a 5-amp booster. Rick Morley asks, is he on live chat? Well, we are on live chat, so we should see everybody's comment.
Mm-hmm.
Delph Junction says, I can see David. Mark Wilson, the man with the life preserver and the DeLorean. So Mark Wilson has taken time out from waxing his DeLorean, saying, I'm taking my 14-month-old grandson on his first train on Sunday, a Santa Express on the Great Central Railway.
Oh, lovely.
Andy81E says, I'm going to start filming my Roco Locos with DCC chips. The Roco Locos. Fitting, not filming, fitting. Can anyone recommend any decent brand, and would all chips work with the Roco Z21? Yes, all chips should work. As long as the chip is NMRA standard, it'll work with any system. That's fine. There is an NMRA standard, and I'm not aware of any chips these days that are non-standard. MTH could be a bit finicky, but they do work on DCC. But generally speaking, it's all good. However, in terms of performance, now I've had best results with out-of-the-box performance actually with Train-O-Matic, and I'm not saying that because I'm sponsored by them, just quite literally, especially with coreless motors, what I find is you put a Train-O-Matic decoder in and you don't need to change settings, it just kind of works. You can fiddle with the CVs, fine-tune them, but for a novice, I've found them to be pretty good at just being good performance out of the box. DCC Concepts ones, again, really good. And what I would say about those is be aware of CV66. And this is either set to 0 if it's an ordinary motor, or 1, and you basically just write 1 to CV6 if it's got a coreless motor. If you don't know whether your model's got a coreless motor or not, essentially the default for the decoder is 0 off for coreless motors. If it runs like garbage, like really jerky and weird performance and speed curves, try turning CV66 to 1. That will probably 9 times out of 10 fix the issue.
9 out of 10 trains prefer it.
Yeah, John JMC, or Guru Sound, says Train-O-Matic, Lens and Zemo are the best. Yeah, ESU, if you're wanting sound, I've actually found, yeah, ESU Lockdown V5s are really good. Yes, John JMC, a guru of sound, says execute order 66. Right. Right.
So our first video of the night, Jen, I
Yeah.
think we're about time for those. It's a message from Simon Trains, who says, "Hello, Jenny, Zoe, Gandalf, and Topsy Toaster.
Hello.
Yes. Here's my footage from the Saturday at Warley, featuring 23 louds. Currently working on day 2, which are filmed on Sunday. Also, Jenny, there's a layout in this video called Nickdom 2000, which features an A4, which you haven't got. It's a Virgin Trains Class A4.
Oh yes, I saw that. Somebody
Yes.
posted that, may even have been yourself, on the Facebook group.
Moreover, what he says is, I've been to Warley for many years, and honestly, this was the best show I've ever been to. Met and chatted with a lot of people, and just want to say, to the people who I met at Warley who's watching Jenny's stream tonight, or who's watching this on catch-up, thank you, and it's great to be part of a great community, and remember to gronk it up.
Absolutely.
Gronk it up! Gronk it up! Gronk it up!
Hashtag
Not
not a cult for legal and tax purposes.
The Gronk It Up cult is not a cult for legal and tax purposes. Your mileage may vary.
And Nick Girolamo asks, TCS chips, any good? I've not used many of them. I've got a couple that I managed to pick up because they were already fitted to the locomotives. And all I will say is I've not had any problems from them. But I don't have extensive experience. Certainly in the UK, the most common brands are Zemo, ESU, Train-O-Matic, Bachmann, which I think Bachmann uses Zemo. They're basically made for Bachmann by Zemo. AE and a Shop's own brand. So Hatton's have theirs. I've not had great experiences with some of the newer Hatton's decoders. And Rails Connect, they're made for Rails of Sheffield, but they're actually made for them by DCC Concepts. So this looks really nice. This is the South Hello. How did you pronounce it, you northerner, you?
P-Law.
Pilaw, as in like Pilau and Pilaw.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just trying something different now with the look of the thing to extend the screen.
Okay.
I don't know whether it will work very nicely, but we'll see how it
Oh,
goes.
are we missing out on the bottom? Is people just
No.
getting blank?
No.
So what do those like chevrons at the bottom mean and the top?
That is, yes, that's blanked off from the screen, but since YouTube displays in widescreen, what we're missing is black.
KR Models Concept Bogey Hoppers. I am reliably informed that there is a batch 3 on the way. So, and they are different running numbers.
These look lovely.
This is a lovely layout. Really, really
Yeah.
nice. Nick Girolamo, you're absolutely welcome. D827 Kelly says not had any problems with GaugeMaster DCC chips. I'm trying to think who makes them for GaugeMaster. Certainly, that might even be TCS, because I know I think it's TCS made the Prodigy Express for them.
Oh, this
Could be
looks
wrong
lovely.
on that. But certainly their older ones, I think, were made for them by DCC Concepts. Soundtracks decoders, a little bit more difficult to get in this country. Certainly very common in the US. Again, not had any problems with those. And generally speaking, the only brand of decoders that I would say ignore like the plague are Lace. I've had no end of issues with Lace.
Yeah, wasn't there one that was just completely going absolutely crazy live
Lace.
on air one time?
Yeah, Lace.
Yeah, from Lace.
John JMC says, our guru of sound must do the hand action, says Ruby is made by Digitrax. So there you are. So not TCS, Digitrax. And yes,
Is that a photographic back scene? Because it looks really good.
it is. Yes, yes.
Yeah, they've done well with that.
Prodigy. So GaugeMaster Prodigy is the MRC. and Gauge Master Ruby is digitracked. Right, brilliant. So now we know. And yeah, Gauge Master decoders, I have used them. What I would say, I've not used them a huge amount. What you've got to remember is I tend to use not soundtracks.
Oh, look at that layout.
An awful lot of Train-O-Matic.
The sense of height is amazing.
And to a lesser extent, DCC concepts. It's just convenience, and I get very good results with that. But yeah, TCS.
Look at this.
There's about 143 different decoder manufacturers listed. If you read CV8 of a decoder, if you don't know what it is, read back what CV8 is, and it'll give you a number.
Oh
now
my
that
goodness,
number, you
that
can't
is
write
amazing.
to it, you can't change it. And that's the manufacturer ID. And you can look up online, and the NMRA publish a PDF file which lists all of those numbers and which decoder manufacturer that equates to.
I am really liking this. Look at
Oh,
that.
London
Look
and
at the
South
textured
Western Railway.
brickwork. That is so
That
nice.
is-
Oh,
This is nice. This looks like a somewhere in the
Oh,
Durham
look at that.
coalfields. It's a Sentinel rail motor, I think.
It's got a little tender from something else on the back.
Yeah. This is nice. I like the bridge.
Oh, that is so cute.
It
I like
reminds
it.
me of the little branch that went up through Usher Moor. Apparently the stream has been buffering. Wardle Restorations, great to
Not
see
on our end, it's not. It's just going straight through.
you.
We've got no error messages at all.
Big hello to Wardle Restorations, also King Fox Junction.
Does this mean people are late?
Yes, it does.
Gandalf?
Gandalf.
A Monday clubber was never late to wagons, nor are they early. I totally wasn't asleep. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Yeah, Gandalf, come on, share.
Oh, let me have one now. You know I'm good for it.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Yeah,
Ooh,
thanks, Gandalf.
you're welcome.
Would you like a... Oh, blimey heck. I was lucky to get out with...
There you go.
with... well, it could be worse. He could have
Wow.
just snapped this out of my hand.
Look at this. Look at the sense of depth. That is amazing.
That is lovely. And I do... Is that Union Pacific?
Oh my goodness. Jen,
It's an amazing sense of
if you
scale.
built something like that in the shed, I would not be adverse to it.
In the shed?
Well, I was going to say in the conservatory, but I don't want it in the conservatory. I want a sofa in the conservatory. This is so nice. Right, we can't show all of his video because that would just be wrong. So I'm going to jump right near the end. Just have a look at the... Ooh.
Have you
that's
shared a link to
I
this?
have.
This is a really good video.
Yeah, this is nice.
See you later, John JMC.
Thanks for coming along. Take care and have a great night. Oh, this is lovely. There's some quality layouts at this Warley event.
Tony Wright says, Jenny, soundtracks decoders are available from Coastal DCC, and Kevin is really helpful. Excellent.
Oh,
Also-
Jen, what are they that are just gone at the back?
JJA ballast hoppers.
Right, they were quite interesting.
Now, interestingly enough, there was a somebody who has been a pivotal part of certainly our childhood and a lot of other people's childhood, who I saw some photographs shared by New Junction, who was at Warley. Now, if I said Neil Buchanan as a model rail buff, then you might be surprised, but you might not. Certainly,
He's from...
as a presenter of Art Attack, certainly he's
Yeah.
got the arty side. And also, I remember him from number 73, which I think was one of his first gigs. He was actually in a metal band before that.
nice.
But number 73 is where I first got to know of Neil Buchanan. And then Motormouth, do you remember? I remember Motormouth and Zap and
I don't remember
Art
this.
Attack.
I remember Art Attack. I don't remember the other stuff. I know it's number 73.
Yeah, number with Sandy Toxvig as well.
Yes.
And the sandwich quiz. That's my childhood right there. But I just thought I would say Neil Buchanan, New Junction was very, very starstruck. He's got a photo taken with him. But I'm a bit jealous, actually. I would have loved to have met Neil Buchanan. And if you do watch Neil, do get in touch if you'd be happy for me to interview you.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. We'll do it very tastefully. You'll get to see it before we put it live and all that.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll even send you a Monday Club wagon. I've got a few spare in the secret stash. So if you want one for you, because you played a pivotal part in my childhood entertainment. So
Right.
I just thought I'd say that. But yeah, number
So
7.
now that you've finished trying to suck up to people, we've got a message from Sarah Davis. Says, "Hi Topsy and the hangers on." Nice.
Yes.
Topsy approves. Would have sent these photos directly to Zoe, but there's a lot of them, plus a little video of me acting like an idiot. Took these walking around the London Transport Museum on the 10th of November. Here we go. So, if you could do me the honours of pressing the button.
Press the button.
The button, presses the buttons.
So, brilliant.
This one, I'm going to reduce back to the proper size.
Right, okay. JNA Auto Ballasters Zoe. I thought it was JJA. James Petts is stuck somewhere in the fun house with
Fun house, prizes to be won.
was it Pat Sharp who
Yes.
was like keeping the mullet alive?
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, business at the front, party at the back, and the twins. Although I was.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
What are you like?
Apparently, Fuzz of Pop Will Eat Itself fame was at the show as well, says D87
Wow.
Kelly. And at the end of the day, trains are cool. Who wouldn't like them? So it's probably actually what would be more of a surprise is to find somebody in the pop film and TV world who goes, "I don't like trains." And it's like, then you're abnormal.
Wow, London 1800 looks rather different.
Yeah, it does. Is that like the old?
Look at the amount of people just
Oh, yeah.
walking around on the bridges.
That's the London. That's the London Bridge that was demolished to make the present London Bridge, or is it the one that was before the one?
Is that the one that was sold?
I don't know. 1800. No, I think that's the one that was previous to the one that was sold. I could be wrong.
Oh, look at that.
What? Oh, it's one of those little. It's like, for rich people. It's a rich people personal transportation booth.
Yes.
Where they like an isolation booth.
Affordable executive roof.
Yes, it's a rich people. We don't have to mingle with the poor people. We've got hermetically sealed.
Ah, my kind of thing. I like a tram. I like a proper tram.
Do you really?
Yeah.
57305 Northern Princess, says Tim Dunn, was at Warley on the Sunday. Flymo Chen 1 says, I've got their first 12-inch single. Are we talking about...
Pop Will Eat Itself. I loved Pop Will Eat Itself back in the day. Ich bin ein Ausländer is such a good song. And it really grabs you.
I've got a few of their singles, and I think just one of their albums. It's the old Waterloo Bridge, says Will Tucker. So we were really in the wrong part of London. Oh, look, Moquette. Can't knock on Moquette. Partick Hill Station says it's a moving toilet. And James Pett says, I approve of trams and Q23. Oh, it's the Sarah Siddons alike, isn't it? Oh, is it Sherlock Holmes? I can't remember which other one. There's two of them preserved. That's the preserved one.
It's John Hampton.
John Hampton.
Because it says on the side.
Oh, right. I always thought, for some reason, I thought it was Sherlock Holmes.
These are great. They've got a real interesting look to them, haven't they?
Yeah,
what was that one the other day that was saying was Art Deco last Monday Club? It's got a look of that a bit. These are... I really
David
like
Scott
these.
says, spotted Simon Kohler at the Backman stand on Saturday. Yeah, I believe he does still go to the shows. At the end of the day, Simon Kohler has been in the industry since the 70s. Model trains are a massive part of his life. He's worked in the industry pretty much all of his life. So, he's not going to retire and just go, that model railway thing, it was really getting on my nerves. No, of course he's not going to. So, yeah, he was at Getz. So definitely, not surprising he was at Warley as well. John Hampton says Simon Trades Mother Showcase. Ruben Ashwell says Sarah sent us some lovely pictures.
What the? Jen?
What? It's a condenser.
Right.
Right, because these were running in a lot of underground tunnels, what you didn't want was a lot of steam filling up the tunnels. It would have made it a very unpleasant environment. So what they did was they could divert the steam through that pipe, and it kind of bubbled through the water in the tanks at the side.
Right.
And it condensed a lot of it out, so you didn't get as much emissions. The only problem with this was that with long, prolonged running, the water in the side tanks could almost reach boiling.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, because then that gives you problems with things like your injectors.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you'd have to rely on the water pump. And Knockers Lane
it's
says...
Baker Street.
Yeah,
Get the saxophones.
Knockers Lane says, Hi, hey Zoe, the 1938 stock is running on Knockers Lane layout, pulling and pulling a Trix rail cleaner. And D827 color. Yeah, he's a consultant now.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That is cool. There's a lot of fun stuff here.
Yeah.
Next time we're in London, we should have a look.
Yeah, I have been there. Hanning's Rest, Model Railway, hello to you.
That is a good tram. I like that. That's a nice tram. Oh, whoa!
Brian Bell says, has anyone else had problems with the Model Centre site with trying to order wagons today? I was on there yesterday. I know they've had a problem with PayPal. For some reason, the PayPal option
That is
disappeared.
so cool.
But I haven't had any other problems. All I would say is, if you get no joy tonight, I think the offer ends at midnight tonight. But if you get no joy tonight, either ring them or drop them an email tomorrow and just explain your website wouldn't let me order these. Would you honour the deal if I we get it sorted and order it now? Would be what
These
I would
are wonderful.
suggest.
Right, guys, I've put through the link, so please do go and have a look because they're
These
fantastic.
are really good, actually. So thank you so much for them. Next slide. Who have we got up next?
Even with condensing, you would get lots of smoke in the carriage. The early ones didn't have any windows. Oh my goodness! Sitting there, it's like, can I pay you more to be able to get some air?
No, but you'd be sat there and you'd be like, oh, it's not so bad. Then Iron Horse Railway gets into your carriage and goes, evening, I've had beans.
Pull my finger.
Oh, hold on. Ooh. Somebody was asking about the little single coach thing that was shuffling about. I just remembered. I saw it like earlier, but didn't really get a chance to reply because somebody kept talking over me. But it's a Hornby Class 153, and it's in ScotRail livery. They actually did 3 different running numbers of it. It's one of the most beautiful liveries. In fact, I'm going to say now, I don't do modern image, but it's my favourite ever livery. The application is outstanding. Currently on sale, I believe, at the Model Centre. We have filmed a review, but the Class 410 stroke 411 review has leapfrogged it. So even though it was filmed for Wednesday coming, it's moved to the Wednesday afterwards.
Yeah, that sometimes happens, sadly. Right, next up we have from Busby Junction. Hello, Jenny, Zoe, Topsy and Gandalf. Hope you're starting to feel better. Here's an update video on the layout of Busby Junction. So let's have a look at this. My dear, if you were to press the button, it would be great. Button pressing, button pressing.
Simon Trains Muller Railway Showcase says, might be a change of plan. There's a hotel in Bury for 56 squids. Is that for going on the East Lancs Railway? And don't forget as well that, where's my little piece of...
What have you done?
For anybody wanting to see Mineth Tatus and say hello to...
this is a lovely layout.
Say hello to the Monkey of Madness and myself, then the Rattery Small Train Show. We're going to be at that, just so that people know.
Oh my goodness.
I
This
think
is
there is
really
a
well
QR
done.
code. I don't know what happens if I put that there and people zap it. Do I have to hold it quite still? So
There you
people
go.
can try. There you go. I think there's more information on the other end of that.
There's some really good stuff here on the screen.
Oh, I like
Busby
this.
Junction's done. You should have seen this churchyard, which had a proper realistic looking
Oh,
path.
wow. I love like the rough ground and stuff. That is really nice. Some great trees.
Oh, he's got a similar style there for on the sides of the path. It looks real. There's bits of
Yeah.
bits of grass coming through.
And it's
all
like
sorts.
it's that nature overgrown sort of look that really works well. Water features are always great. Look out how overgrown! I love that with the big bushes and stuff.
And the way that the grass is starting to come back and reclaim the path. Loving this. This is
That
so
is
well done.
Nice. And then that river scene has really come.
wonderful.
It says thinks it looks okay. It looks blooming marvelous.
Yeah.
Don't do yourself down. That is really good. I like the layout on the higher level, and that you got the second river in the background. Oh, this is nice. You got good style with the rough ground. See, you've got different shades of green. Really, nicely done. And yeah, it's a nice loco yard. What make is your turntable? I'm just looking at it. It looks different to mine. Mine's a peacock.
Very realistic trees.
Yeah, the rough ground has really come together so well. Oh, with like the spiky static grass tufts, and then some nice neat grass near to the building. That is really nice, actually.
I like that dog just sitting there looking.
Yeah, it's like, woof. Oh, some nice flowers. Oh, look at
the cats.
Look at the vegetable garden.
Oh.
So what's this double O
I think so.
or O gauge?
I think it's double O.
I think you're right. It is double O. Really nice
This is
vegetation.
amazing. What's that? Don't know what's going on there with the chat. Something about DJ827 Kelly says streaming started 4 hours ago.
Sorry,
What? No, please don't tell me that. I'd have missed my own show.
David J.
Look at that.
Can I just say, David J. We can see your comment there. Says got to go and eat. I'll try again next week with communications.
Yeah, we
Good
finally
night,
got
all.
but he did say it in response to Flymer Channel 1, which I don't get.
We'll have to look into that. I've not come across that before.
Ben Tullett is saying YouTube's not showing his comments either, but he has managed to get one through. I don't. So it might not be. Oh, we've had this in the past. James Petts was there one week and he couldn't talk.
Weird. I don't know what it is. It's not us. We've not banned anybody.
No.
It's a YouTube thing.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I always hate that when you have a point that breaks. I had a double slip, and the tie bar broke, and it's like, yes, it's all very well, but it's like in the least accessible place, and it's ballasted in. So that was a lot of work to get that sorted. And this is a nice little industrial area as well.
Yeah.
I love industrial stuff with the insect track and lots of little buildings, and it's a great place for weathering and adding junk and dirt and little cameos.
I'm going to jump it on a little
like
bit though.
This layout has really come together.
Yeah, but I think you'll like this one as well.
Does it go?
Because here's the other bit.
Is this on the same layout?
I think this is the other side of it.
I'm just wondering whether you can run trains from inside to outside. Oh, the joys of a garden railway. Now, we were promised there might be snow. I've looked at the BBC Weather Service's wild stab in the dark, and there doesn't appear to be any snow predicted for here. But
Wambok, yes, we can see your chat. So there's a lot of people having chat problems tonight.
Yeah. No, we're on live chat.
Yeah, we're definitely on live chat. We've got settings for all. We don't know what's going on. It may be a YouTube issue. We will keep trying though, because you never know. Jen might have done something that
No, I
wasn't
haven't
looking
done
for.
anything. But yeah. Union of South Africa. That's an A4 I don't actually have. I'm very jealous of you. But yeah, knowing that there might be snow, I've actually been out and cleaned the track on the Garden Railway. And this is a top tip for anybody with a Garden Railway. If you want to run in the snow, then
Thank you so much for sending that in.
absolutely.
That
Thank
great.
you. Really enjoyed your developments. That river scene looked really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, clean your track the night before. If you think it's going to snow, clean your track, and then you will be able to run your trains in the snow. Because snow doesn't bother model trains, but dirty track does.
Ooh, okay. You'll like what's coming up, Jen.
Oh.
Well, it's Henry Van Wyck.
Ooh. So we're going
And
on
I
a
know
trip to South Africa.
Don't do that.
Don't try and do the accent.
Don't do that.
No, okay, I can't do a South African accent.
No, you can barely do an English accent.
Yeah, I think I can. If I say District 9, that's no, I can't.
No, you still can't do
No.
it, so don't do it.
Okay.
What do you like? Here we
I'm
go.
like you, only more refined.
Oops, wrong button.
Okay, would you like to
Here
press
we go.
it?
There we go.
Press that button. So, Ruben Nashville says there may be snow overnight on Thursday down here in Leicester.
Ooh. Here we go. I always love this layout because it's always nice to see something from different areas, different countries.
I like the blue scale that they had on the back seat. Not that bit, sort of like Bloemfontein. So I'm guessing that may even be a photograph of the real Bloemfontein.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But it's really nice.
are.
And there's so much on this layout. It's on, I think this is on 3 different layers.
Oh wow! I just got a good look at the locomotive. Whoa! Something flickered there. I don't know what was going on.
Might be
there.
on the I think it's on the video.
Ah, right. That's okay. So we've got.
Yeah. Knockers Lane says Garden Railway, run in the snow, dead rail the locos.
That's a really good idea. He's got stuff going behind, so he's got a mirror to see it.
Yeah, well, we've seen this layout before, and because we've had like on train rides on it before.
Yeah.
So Whamgok says, "Okay, guys, now that I know you can see me, I'm off to phone me mum now. Thanks for a great evening, and you all take care. Bye."
Thanks for coming along and say hi to your mum for us. She won't know who we are, but you never know.
Zantex says, "Is this HOM layout? South Africa had a 1067mm gauge, which was Cape gauge. No, this is HO, I believe. But if you're looking for some amazing inspiration, then have a look for Java sugarcane railways.
Oh, you've been talking about that for days.
You've seen me watching those videos, and it's just amazing and narrow gauge stuff. But it's just because Cape gauge was used in Java as well.
Oh my goodness! Look at whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's on the YouTube video.
Okay, that's fine. As long as I know, because I always worry being on the technical side of this show. I have to worry.
Yeah. So I really enjoying this. Shall
This is cool.
Shall we? Have we got many more videos? Oh look! So that's how they get the car in. So they actually park their car underneath.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. The drop-down bridge spanning across the garage door.
Nice.
That is so cool.
So this is different parts of the layout that I'm not sure we've seen.
Yeah.
Entering Waterkloof.
Oh my god, this is so good.
I'm afraid Bloemfontein is about as close to a proper pronunciation as you get. And now we're going to get told, no, it's not pronounced Bloemfontein. It's pronounced Durham. But Peter
Are you
Jackson...
sure it's Blum? I thought it was Bloom.
Bloemfontein.
Because it's OE.
I don't know.
Hello.
I honestly don't know.
This is so cool. I love this. Getting to see just a completely different part of the world is so nice.
CP Model Railway says, on my system I can scroll from the very first time of tonight's chat posts to the latest really quickly. Would usually take way longer by the time the session, so chat does appear to have issues. At the beginning, people commented how quick the chat was going, and it's now almost stopped.
Yeah, I've noticed that in a few of my chats as well. I genuinely think there's something wrong at YouTube's end.
Zantec thinks it's Bloemfontein. Johan Swanepoel Swanee says it's pronounced Oh, well that
you
really...
just...
you just typed... That's... Oh.
Love it. Love it. You had me going there.
Yeah. But is it Bloemfontein or is it
That
something
was so cool.
else?
Thank you so much for sending that in.
Brilliant.
That was
really
great.
did enjoy that. So thank you so much. Would
Oh.
you? Oh no, we've
Why am
got-
I checking whether it's on the screen?
Yeah,
You can
because
see
you've
it.
got the power.
I have power.
Until it says my phone is way behind what I'm watching on the computer. Johan Swanepoel Swanee says, "Did you know that Tolkien lived in Bloemfontein? Did he? I didn't know that."
So we've got some interesting pictures from Dion Wollaston saying a few pictures of the start of my new layout in the spare bedroom.
Okay, so let's bring that up.
Here
Bish,
we
bash,
go.
boosh. So we've got
yeah.
class 50 at the front.
So what's this?
That's JGA Hopper.
And what's this? That is interesting.
That's something. I'm going to say. Oh no, I was going to say it's something American, but no, it's class 68.
Are we just looking at it from a different angle?
It's the angle we're looking at it from. That's a class 66 in a BR large logo, full yellow ends livery, which I quite like actually. And then that looks to be a class 73 behind it. Number 73. Was it number? Yeah.
Number 73, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember vaguely the house. And then they went out to the countryside or something and they had the saloon doors on the...
Oh no, it was like the Western style. That was the
Yeah.
final series.
73 was on the thing, yeah.
Yeah, number 7, the letter T, and then 3.
Yeah.
And that was the final series.
I remember that series.
I don't, you see. I'm one of the reasons that 73 got cancelled because I didn't watch
I love
that
this
series.
That's
That's a class 20. Harry Needle Railroad Company, I'm going to guess.
I like its livery. It's interesting.
Lovely class 71 behind it as well.
These are...
Oh.
Whoa, look at the amount there.
57305 Northern Princess says that wagon is a HIA.
It's here. There's a lot going on this layout.
Oh, can I just say this for the smugness? Johan Swanepoel Swanee says Jenny said it perfectly.
Which time? When you tried all the different
No,
pronunciations?
Bloemfontein.
Okay. Oh! That is a nice
It's a
livery as
class
well.
03, Shundan. I do
Really?
like 03s. Oh, we've got one running today. Oh,
They're
so-
not as good as a Gronk.
No, but they're like mini grunk. I shall call
These are really
them
nice. Thank
mini
you,
grunk.
Dion, for sending those in. That's really
Absolutely,
nice.
thank you so much. So,
Pressy buttonsies.
okay, press the button. John Nutman says, I am all good here and I'm on my laptop. So, Henry Van Wyck says, the backdrop of Bloemfontein is a photo montage of the city of Bloemfontein.
Nice.
Excellent. I like it. I like that gradiated blue as well. I thought that was a great effect for a simple back scene. So, Mark Wilson has taken some time out from waxing the DeLorean, and he says, Hi, Max. On the workbench, ready for the Swindon workshops. Two-tone green with the bodywork being fitted and sanded down, undercoat applied, and final filing and fine sanding, then BR blue applied with full yellow ends. So, clearly he's... let's just bring that up. So this is a photograph of the real Swindon erecting shop. Or is it? But so this is what he's working from.
In order to get it to look perfect. That is
So
really
I'm guessing
well done.
that this is sort of late 60s, very early 70s. And so
there
there
it
we
is.
go. And
Oh my
I'm guessing
goodness.
he's using the old Hornby bodies that you can pick up dirt cheap from like swap meets and stuff. You usually have a rummage box. Probably pay a few quid for the body, and they're a perfect starting point for stuff like this. Plenty of stuff there as well, I'm guessing, from the West Hill Wagon Works range.
So Andrew L has put a comment in saying, I'm in America and recently I ran a class 4 shunter around the club layout in Indiana. I got a lot of looks and comments. It must have looked completely out of place. Saying, where'd
It
you
would have
get
been
that?
Tiny. It'd be like a little porter shunter, like they've got on the was it the main scenic railroad?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So it went from that to ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Really
My
nicely
goodness.
done.
Yeah.
Larry Rogers says, woohoo! Post Lady just delivered a bottle of premium smoke fluid and a set of 55-gallon oil drums for the layout. I
Nice.
don't know, was your premium smoke fluid coming by the 55-gallon drum? Smoke fluid for everybody!
You've got to love this. That guy's the only one doing any work because he's reading a book and that guy's just staring into space for all of the time it took that guy to paint the local.
But that's a very British thing, isn't it?
It is.
One person doing work and a whole bunch of others standing around.
Oh, this is really good. Oh,
That's the undercoat one.
so we've seen them out of order.
Yeah, it's put them in a different order, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is really interesting how he's managed to do all of this.
Flymo Chairman 1 says the only 040 I've seen is the electric one up in Ohio or Kentucky. Saw it on Jawtooth.
Jen, what's this inside it?
That's like the cooler group, I guess. I like the way he's modelled the interior. I think that is just such an amazing touch. So
And
that's inside the engine room.
Proper sticking out as well.
Yeah, but look, you can see the old number underneath from the old...
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's supposed to look like that or whether...
I bet it is. Given everything else that Mark does, I think that's intentional.
And there's the real one under repair. So it'd be a heavy general repair, I guess, and
Yeah.
repaint.
The chap in the brown coat is the charge hand. He's the guy who has a hand full of charge. So if you ever cause problems,
If you ever need
it's like,
recharging.
force electricity. Bzzz.
Absolutely, Flymo Channel 1. Don't forget to tickle that like button, share the
These are
stream for social
great.
media, and do please consider subscribing to the channel and ringing that notification bell to be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up. And don't forget as well that you can head on over to Patreon and check us out over there. We've got multiple tiers of rewards to suit everyone, and it's a great way to help the channel. And certainly, it's we do appreciate everybody who does help through Patreon.
We really
and also
do.
channel memberships as well.
It helps us keep going, and that's always
Absolutely.
appreciated. So, thank you. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you for sending those in, Mark. That was fantastic. Right, do we have time for another one?
What time is it? Yes, we have plenty of time.
Okay.
So who are we doing? So there's Trepatrick Junction. Says, hi Jenny and Zoe. Hello.
Hello.
This is a video of my new N-gauge layout based on Padstow Harbour in North Cornwall in the 1950s and 60s. So many thanks for your very enjoyable and helpful videos, and particularly the Monday Club.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. And Topsy is really excited.
Yes.
Yes. You want some toast?
Oh
Ah.
my goodness. So we are Trepatrick Junction.
Oh, sorry. You might want to wind that back a bit. Yeah.
I'm trying to get the thing into the right place. That was hard.
Yeah. I don't think you have got to the right place. Never mind. This looks really good. Oh, it's the one with the Castle Drawbridge.
You love it.
Yeah, and they're like sparking underneath the third rail electric.
Yes. Oh.
Oh, nice.
This is look at the quality of the modelling on that garden. That was
Oh, it's an N-gauge.
look at oh my goodness, that
Wow.
water is so good.
Yeah, this is nice. Good night, D827 Kelly. It's been great having your company, and
Thanks so much for
joining
coming
us.
along.
Mark Wilson says thank you all. Thank you for taking the
Look
time
at
out to
that.
take
Oh
the
my
DeLorean
goodness.
back to Swindon in the late 60s.
This is so good.
Made all the more amazing by the fact this is N-gauge.
Oh man, I just love that water. It looks so good.
It does actually. That is, and the way the model blends so nicely into the back scene. Really, really nice.
Yeah. Beep beep.
No, I don't think it goes beep beep. James
Beep,
Pett
beep.
says, I approve of N-gauge and this layout.
Oh, this is so amazing.
This is nice, and it just shows how much you can get in a small space with N-gauge.
Yeah. I love N-gauge. It's great.
I love that bridge. That is,
Yeah.
and it's those waves as well. Really, really works well.
Thanks for coming along, Dion. Take care and have a great night.
Absolutely, you take care.
I could watch this for hours. This is just wonderful.
Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase says, I approve of the Captain Picard gauge.
Engage!
Castle Hill Light
Topsy's
Railway.
not sure about our impressions there. He's twiddling his brown and knob at us.
Castle Hill Light Railway says, I've cycled across that bridge after the track was lifted. And Leslie Gilpin Railway says, looks like Märklin of Sweden's toilet paper water. It does work. It is a good method. Mark Wilson says the water scene is fantastic.
So good.
Martin Parkinson says, time for me to take my leave. Good night. I know it is a school night, so you guys take great care. And don't forget, anything you miss, you can catch on the catch-up. And you can also rewatch any bit that you want. 3B Rails says, many thanks, Jenny and Zoe. Another great stream. Thank you so much. And don't forget, we're going to be, at the end of the stream, people will be given the option to join your stream.
Look at you've got some great angles here. From a filmmaking point of view, I'm adoring this. Oh, yeah, what happened there?
It decided to go, stop!
It wanted some attention.
Look
at that bridge as well. Not bridge, tunnel mouth, that's what I meant. With the smoke on it and the detail.
Yes, nicely done.
This is so good. Oh, man.
Really, really nice. Simon Trains Mother Railway Showcase says, Engage layouts are impressive, but a few can be a pain to film. Yes. Copenhagen Films in the Warley video was filmed on my camcorder and not phone. It's like sometimes it's getting the angles right. So it can be very difficult to get right in.
The textures, the eye sees all this.
Hanning's Rest Model Railway says, night all. See you next week.
And look,
take care.
The redone brickwork and this is just the detail. I love it.
Carlton Tweedle says, a great show as normal. Got to go get the waterproofs on. Dog needs a walk. Stay safe. See you all next week.
Take care. Oh, this is so good.
J. Paul Anderson as well. Nice water scene. Absolutely. So this is really nice. Have you shared the link?
Yeah.
So how much
I've just been jumping through. It's a 12-minute video.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sending that in.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that with us. So I'm going to press the button.
And
do we have enough time?
Not really. We've got 3 minutes left.
Do we have anybody who sent in like a photo or two, maybe?
No, but we do have one from Richard Spodersky.
Okay.
Short video. Here we go.
Okay.
This is Bahamas returns home to the KWVR.
Keighley and Worth Valley Railway. I have to think for a moment.
Well, don't press it yet.
Don't press it yet. Press the button. Castle Hill Light Railway says, yes, got to run and walk the dog. Great show. Thanks. See you all next week. Absolutely. It's been great having your company. And don't forget to tickle that like button. Share the stream to social media. And subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. And hit that bell to be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up. We've got the bargain Class 410 for Bet from Bachmann. Gets a full review on Wednesday. We also cover the Class 411 for SEP. Which
do we have a sponsor tonight, Ben?
Yes, we do. I will tell them all about the sponsor after this. So those in the bargains
that was great.
TMC, we cover them on Wednesday. And also, as I said before, you'll see at the end of the weathered coal train going round of HTO hoppers. On the end, there's some MEO open coal wagons. Those are currently today, I think is the last day. Don't quote me on that. It might run longer. TMC have a 50% off sale on all of the Bachmann MEO 24.5 ton hoppers, and they are a really lovely wagon. They are a Bachmann exclusive, so you're looking at just over £19 for single wagons and just over £39 for a dual pack of those. But like I say, I think
Thank you so much for sending that
in. Ends today.
Thanks for sending that in, Richard. Do you ever get the impression with some of these trains going past at night where they don't stop at the station? It's like, nope, can't stop, going home.
Who knocked?
Or is that just me?
Did you just knock?
No.
That was weird.
It's next door, I can hear them. It's one of the kids that gone bang, bang, bang on the walls.
Do you think they can hear us?
Probably.
Do you think they wonder what all this noise is?
Probably, yeah.
I wonder, does that mean they've converted their loft on the slide? And there's somebody on the other side of this wall going,
No, knock and see.
No, I'm not knocking on the wall. I know there wasn't anybody on the other side of the wall when I did here, because there was a hole in the wall and I looked through.
Hey, what are you like? Well, guys, thank you so much for sending all those videos, and it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you.
Absolutely.
But for now, I believe we have a sponsor.
We do, but before we go into that, like I said before, people will be given the opportunity to head straight over to the Game Hammer Classic Gaming live stream on Monday night. What games are you playing tonight?
Well, you've shouted at me to play Rune Viking Warlord.
It's a very early PlayStation 2
is.
game, and I think that might be interesting to see how far the PS2 went. And I think as well that you did have a number of people emailing you for some kind of fishing game as well.
Yes, we've got a film coming up.
Radio. So until next time, it's me, Jenny Kirk, saying it's been great having your company. Do take care of yourself. Keep on watching, keep on tickling the like button, and tell all your friends about the channel, where everybody is welcome. Really, really important, and it's all about the community. But
Yes. This is your model railway, virtual model railway club.
Absolutely. And today's live stream is sponsored by Warworld Scenics. And as I always say, if you see grass somewhere on this model, grass, trees, shrubs, it's a product from Warworld Scenics, home of the unique layering static grass system that gives you amazing static grass first time, every time.
Hello and welcome to WWC Next. We are an award-winning specialist and manufacturer for miniature scenery modelling. We are proud to have produced one of the best-selling ProGrass micro applicators, and we've refined our quality products and systems with both beginners and expert modelers in mind. We supply and manufacture everything you may need, from static grass applicators, static grass tufts, handcrafted MDF and hand-poured resin products, all designed and curated in-house, with you, the modeler, in mind. You can find us at www.scenics.com or in store at Unit 6, Buford Court, Plasmal, Swansea.
The train now departing at the 2101 service to Grove Street Yard, stopping at Butts Farting, Bolton Trinity Road, Eindhoven somehow, Mineth Tatis, Tatis Newydd. Yes, we're going in different order. That unnamed layout that Jenny wouldn't tell us the name of.
Hey,
And then
what?
it turned out it didn't have a name.
What?
Bolton Trinity Road again, and then on to Grove Street Yard.
Hey, wait a minute, what about Mineth Tatis?
We did Mineth Tatis, you weren't
What
listening.
about Four Seasons?
And the Four Seasons there.
What about the Garden Railway?
It's a 2101 service to the Garden Railway. I have no idea where we started. That's what Jen's like. Jen, why is that so loud?
Because it is.
Beep beep. Beep beep beep. Thank you for coming along tonight, everyone. Have a great evening. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Good night. Right. I'm off to set up the computer for Monday Night Live. It's not Monkey Madness, it's Monday Night Live.
Monkey Madness.
You're the mad monkey. You're the attic monster.
No, I'm not. Oh, you can't say I'm the attic monster.
Of course I can. Good night.
Arctic Wolf, big hello to you. We're just sort of coming to the end, so let me
Feel
just...
free to rewind.
Absolutely, but first of all, I think somebody here has something to say.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Waggons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. down the line says, I'm here, I'm not late, my chat isn't working. I know we've had a few issues with the chat, but
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wackens, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Big welcome to Vic Freak, our newest Jenny Monday Club membership member. Thank you so much for joining. So the Game Hammer Classic Gaming live stream is just about to start. So What I would like to say is a big thank you for tuning in to the Monday Club, and for all of us here, including Topsy Toaster, the host with the toast, Gandalf, and the Monkey of Madness. We thank you for joining us in your online model railway club. Now, your live streaming entertainment will continue tonight with the Game Hammer Classics streaming, and you will automatically get a prompt if you wish to go and join in the fun with the Cupboard Monkey. But tonight, from me, you take great care, and thank you for your company. Bye for now.